Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. It is so good to see you. I know I have not had a chance to stream in over a week at this point, and as you can tell, uh, oh, let me turn the volume down there. As you can tell, I'm on the road once again, so having fun with it, having a good time, and yeah. But it is Thursday morning, and so I wanted to come in. I don't have too much time today. This is not going to be a 2 hour stream, but it is Thursday morning, so I wanted to just check in with you guys, see how things are going, and of course, Killer Whales is out now. It's not out on Apple TV, which is going to be coming sometime next month or later in March. But the episodes are live on the Hello One platform or the Hello TV platform, whatever it's called, and we're starting to see reviews. Now you have to go and you have to buy it. I think it's like $3, but you got to buy it in the Hello token. But we had some wealthy Mavs. We have some wealthy individuals in the community who forked over the $3 and watched the episode and have come back with some very positive reviews saying that Splinterlands was shown in a very positive way. So to me, that is very exciting. That is the first step in terms of reaching a larger audience. And now, obviously with the new player experience, or we'll just call it the new ranked system, I should call it, is going live in a week from today, which is awesome. I cannot wait for that. Again, I don't know what that's going to do. I don't know how that's going to change things. Obviously, it's going to be tremendous. But, on the whole, very exciting times. Very exciting times. We're about 2 months away, maybe even less than 2 months away from the Bitcoin halving. And of course, I think this summer is going to be spectacular with all of the cool games that could be launching. Not to mention, speaking of which, cool games, the Soulkeep update. I just posted a video on that, and we got an official update from the Double Coconut team. They posted on their blog, and they're trying to get the game out in 2 to 3 months as well. So can you imagine what this space could look like in 2 months with Soulkeep, with the new rank system, with maybe certain elements of like Land 1.6, right? And potentially a wave of players coming to check out the game. So I don't know. To me, that makes things very exciting. Not to mention Arcade Colony launching as a platform too. So that makes things very excited. That makes me very excited. Makes things very exciting. If I'm using my vocabulary properly, my grammar properly. I cannot talk today. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. Oh man, I missed you guys. But let's see. Well, before I jump into the chat, let me just do a quick rundown of where we're at. You can see Bitcoin is holding at about 51K, 51 and a half. We topped out at 53 not too long ago. And then it crashed down into the 50s, but we're not getting this crazy like 30% retracement, which I'm not saying that it won't happen. In fact, I think it probably would be good if it did happen. But at this point in time, it seems like Bitcoin, that we're in a very good spot for Bitcoin. For people who are not following what's happening with the ETFs, I think the ETFs are eating anywhere between like 8,000 to 10,000 Bitcoin per day, right? They're just scooping them up, BlackRock, Fidelity, all of them. And we're only minting 900, and that's going to go down to 450 per day in less than 2 months. Now, that's not to say that demand is going to stay the same, but I mean, just imagine once things start cooking, it could get really crazy. That's what I'm excited about, because now, my aunts and relatives, older generation, like when they come to me and be like, how do I get this Bitcoin thing? I don't have to teach them about private wallets and passphrases and all this stuff. I'll just be like, just go check your just go to your 401k, just go to your IRA account, and you'll be able to buy some there, right? Is that the perfect way to do it? No, but for them, unless they want to dive deep down the rabbit hole, which I always recommend they do, but at least there's another option there for folks that don't want to deal with that. So Bitcoin's holding well. ETH did cross 3K a little while ago. Solana's back at 104, which is cool to see. Across Splinterlands, SPS is holding decently around the 2.5 cent range. Vouchers were trending upwards, and I don't understand why. I don't know who's buying vouchers, but thank you. And then DEC, of course, is staying around peg. We're seeing a decent amount of burning here, but as you can see over the last 4 months, so I guess this takes us back to October at this point, 120 days. Over the last 4 months, I mean, we've added a lot of DEC. We haven't really burned a bunch net, right? Obviously, we've burned a lot overall, but we've minted obviously a tremendous amount more. And the DAO is sitting on about 1.7 billion of that. So either way, exciting times ahead. Exciting stuff happening in the Splinterlands. Oh, look at this! The arbitrage is gone because the pack values are over $4 for Rebellion. Super exciting. Okay, all right. Let's stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Let me check in on the chat and see how everybody's doing. All right, so Skyer's in the house. What is going on? Bitcoin Sig, good to see you here. Skyer says the problem is not the episode, it's the ETH gas fees. So I heard you can buy it with BNB. So that might be an option too, because BNB is significantly cheaper than ETH. So just something to keep in mind. All right, let me check something here. All right, Level Up Life, what's going on, man? Good to see you here. Blockchain projects. Hello. So DC is in essence paying SPL to integrate Web3 into Soulkeep. I also doubt SPL hired more people for it. So logically, it would be diluting land and player experience development. I don't. What do you mean? Why would it be diluting land and player experience development? I genuinely think that Soulkeep has a potential to bring in a completely different audience. I think tower defense is such a different genre that if they can be successful in marketing their game, which it is their game now, people are going to come in. They're not going to care at all about land. They're not going to care at all about the trading card game, all right, the auto battler. They're going to come in and hopefully scoop up a ton of SPS and like just go play in the corner for tower defense. So I see it as a very net positive. And if anything, I don't know if you guys saw I just posted the video like not too long before going live. That update from Soulkeep looked really good in the sense that they're planning to do like multiplayer tournaments and things like that. So I'm actually very happy with. I'm not happy with how things played out. Obviously, I wish we had the Soulkeep game a year ago, but if it ends up being in a better position now, like I can live with the fact that it's not under the Splinterlands banner if Double Coconut is going to do a much better job with it, right? So I can understand Matt's argument, even though I'm severely disappointed in the time frame and how disorganized everything was. But I can understand Matt's argument to be like, let's just focus on the core game. Let's get this offloaded to somebody who actually wants to make a really cool tower defense game. And so obviously, Double Coconut has some really solid hits in their past, and I just hope that they can continue to evolve on that, especially in the Web3 space. Garut, what's going on? Good day, everyone. Eros, what's happening? All right, let's see. Sky says it's the Rage airdrop. It's about time. Start buying those 20 vouchers. You're right. You are right. When is the Rage airdrop finished? Let's go check that out. All right. Is that 6 hours? Okay. Enter conflict. All right. So we got some time. Bitcoin Sig, did you check out the Illuvium Q2 launch promo video? No, I did not. So Bitcoin Sig, I did a live stream. I don't know if you caught the replay of it, but I did a live stream where it was really weird. It was not. I think Overworld is where I want to go check out, because every time I see people posting videos, it's them like exploring some world and how the gameplay is just phenomenal. So I want to check that out, but I think I need to reach out to them first, because whatever I played was not Overworld, and I don't have my gaming PC with me right now while I'm traveling, so I can't even jump into it. Arrow says Pancake Swap to avoid gas fees. Yep. BNB is just better than ETH in terms of fees overall too. So Groot says vouchers are needed for airdrop to increase chances of getting a gold foil. Yep. All right, so blockchain projects. Well, SPL has a set number of developers to work on all these projects. Now you add Soulkeep work, at least until Soulkeep launch. Well, here's the thing. Let's put it this way, blockchain projects. The team was always going to dedicate some resources over to the game, right? Even if we kept it, then we would still need the people who were going to put it out release it out on the website and all that. Now, though, instead of having to have additional folks come in to actually think through the tokenomics, future expansions, future game modes, all of that goes now is kind of outsourced in a way to Double Coconut. I mean, outsource isn't even the right word. They own the game, right? So they're just kind of working in collaboration with Splinterlands. But we were always going to dedicate those resources. So I don't look at that and say like, oh well, it's it's detracting from the project, because the only way in which this would have worked, where we got all of the resources back, is if Soulkeep wasn't even a part of Splinterlands. And I genuinely think that it's better for the game to be a part of Splinterlands, or Splinterlands ecosystem, I should say. So I will say this, and I have no idea what the sentiment is like between Double Coconut and the team now. I assume they have to work together, so there's a working relationship. But my thought, and this is a very optimistic outlook, obviously, but my hope is that if this proves to be successful, and Double Coconut is like, man, we created this awesome tower defense game, it integrates really well with your ecosystem, let's do another one. Right now, there wouldn't be any that hopefully there wouldn't be any kind of issues. There wouldn't be any kind of issues in terms of like weird red tape and a messiness in terms of how does this all get sorted out. You could follow the playbook now where Double Coconut owns it from the get-go, right? And then they just kind of work with Splinterlands to be a part of that ecosystem. Again, is that going to happen? Maybe, maybe not. But is it possible? Absolutely. And I'm genuinely excited for the fact that they're really pushing through on making it like a free-to-play game. So they're going to have a free-to-play version available on the iOS and Android store. To me, that could potentially pull in the masses, right? So it's funny because it's just like, again, I say this all the time. I love Splinterlands. I play the game nonstop. I'm always out of energy, and now I'm even though it's like ROI positive for me, I just can't burn SPS for DEC for extra energy. So I'm like sitting there waiting and salivating until the next energy goes live. So like I don't know. To me, Splinterlands is awesome. I love the game, but when I look at the potential outreach, I see it on all of the other platforms adjacent to Splinterlands, right? So I was talking about this with Arcade Colony. A year ago, I was talking about this with GLS, and I still think GLS could be a much bigger platform if they can bring in, a solid Unity-based experience. I'm sorry. I mean, I really want to get into Genesis League goals, but Genesis League goals I would put in the same bucket as Splinterlands, right? It's not going to be that kind of free-to-play arcade style experience. I would really love to see something like a Moon Carts, right? Moon Carts type of game on Genesis League, whether that's basketball, American football. I mean, hell, it could even be world football, right? Soccer. Like it could be that, but make it Unity based, make it have like a Web 2 kind of like component to it. I don't know. It's an interesting thing. And then obviously now with Soulkeep, I'm looking at Soulkeep and thinking to myself, well, the way that Double Coconut is going about this, it could be tremendous, right? It could be tremendous in terms of like onboarding the masses into the Splinterlands ecosystem, or at least giving them exposure. Because now Double Coconut, like here's the thing, Double Coconut, they have their own marketing dollars. They have their own marketing team. They're going to go out and market this game, right? They want it to be successful. And if they're able to do that, all of that eventually comes back to the Splinterlands ecosystem, right? Even with Arcade Colony, right now, the airdrop's going to go for 5 years. All of that's going to come back to the Splinterlands ecosystem, right? And it's not going to be direct, right? A lot of it's going to be indirect. It's not going to be one-to-one, but it's like just imagine some random person who loves kart racing games. They come in, they check out Moon Carts, they're like, oh, this is awesome, right? And then they see, hey, what's this like airdrop that people are getting where they get colony token for staking some SPS token? What's this? Let me go check out whatever SPS is. Let me go check out what Splinterlands is. And then they go check it out. Now here's the thing. You're going to get a lot of people who look and say, "Oh, it's a card game. I don't really care about that." Or, "Oh, it's an auto battler," or "It's fantasy themed," or, "Oh, it looks ugly," or whatever the case is. You're going to get a bunch of people who come in and say they'll all have like an issue with it. But my point is that you're still getting eyeballs on there. And so you create that funnel experience, and you only need a percentage of that funnel, because, for every, 100,000, 10,000 players that have exposure to the game, right? Whether it's through Soulkeep, whether it's through GLS, whether it's through Arcade Colony, or whether it's through Killer Whales, to take this thing full circle. For every 10,000 people that like lay eyeballs on the game, they're gonna, you're gonna have a small percentage of people that do their research, like the game, want to check it out and dig a little bit further. And as I've said before, it's a matter, marketing is it's a numbers game, right? Marketing, you want to get it to as in front of as many people as possible, and you'll get a small percentage of that back, turn them into hopefully long-term customers. And so in that way, it's just like, I mean, just imagine what this could look like if we're able to reach 10,000, 100,000, 1 million eyeballs, right? The percentage doesn't need to be that high. Imagine if over the next year, 1 million people check out Splinterlands, like actually check it out. The number doesn't need to be that high. In fact, let's break it down right now. It needs to be less than a percent. I would say 0.1% of those 1 million people that check out Splinterlands, or just have some kind of awareness of it. 0.1% is 1,000 people. I mean, I think there's every argument to be made that we may have less than 1,000 people in the game right now, right? So if that's the case, imagine what we would do if we double the player base or triple the player base by bringing 1,000 people in. I don't know. To me, that's really exciting. All things considered. So Bitcoin 6 is yeah, if they can add an NFT store page, where does that dev who works on it come from? I mean, there's still going to be Splinterlands related, resources put towards this. Yo, Luke, what's going on? It's Overworld. Go into Discord. You might get a code to play it. Okay, cool. Yeah, they said I could email them. I don't know if I have any kind of influencer privilege if I show them the channel or something. I mean, I'm happy to make content and stream it. Yeah, you played the Illuvium tutorial, which isn't nearly as exciting as playing other players in ranked play. Gotcha. Okay, good to know. Yo, Aaron Kennedy, what's going on? Anyone lose cell service today? No, I did not. And I heard the rumor going around is that it was a solar flare. Is that true? That's not a little terrifying. I don't know, but I mean, if I did lose cell service, I don't know. Nobody calls me, so. But it seems like I had it. Wibble, what's going on? Bitcoin sick. SPL assets going to go wild with such low card liquidity. Been buying Rebellion cards while I still can. It's going to be crazy when league limits are gone and people play max cards sprinkled in gold. That's going to be fun. I was coming up with a video idea for this where it's just we're going to be getting into a situation where Splinterlands is going to become one cohesive game, which I personally think is awesome. Because it's not going to be oh, do you play in bronze or do you play in silver or do you play in whatever? No, the rules, yes, you're going to be limited by whatever card levels you're at, but the rules of the game now are, well, you don't have to play within that little bronze or silver or gold sandbox, right? You have to play in the same sandbox as everybody else, meaning we have one game now. And the more that you're willing to, level up your deck and or put in the skill required to beat people at a higher level, even with lower level cards, the better you're going to do. So I actually think that this works out way better. I almost wish they had done this sooner. There's so many things where it's just man, this idea came out of nowhere and I wish that they had done it sooner. But I'm really excited for this. Will it bring in new players? No, I don't think so. But will it help retain new players that do come in? I think very much so, because now you don't have this, cesspool in bronze. So Arrow says, I'd like to see Arcade Colony acquire the now defunct Chibi Dinos. Are they defunct? That sucks. Not sure what happened with the team, but the game was a blast. I bought 2 of those things and I played the demo until my hands hurt. Wow. Okay. I mean, that'd be sweet. I don't know if they have to acquire them, but Chibi Dinos should be trying to launch on Arcade. Well, no, I guess the game would have to go on GLS. So that it sucks, man. I mean, I hope, the bear market killed a lot of projects, killed a lot of teams. So I hope that, we're in a place now where it's not too late to connect with developers that can build something on the platform and have it actually launch in the bull run, right? Because there's a lot of developers out there obviously making games that are, going to launch, and maybe they're so far down the path that they're just doing it on their own rather than wanting to partner with a platform like Arcade Colony. So obviously there's going to be a limited time frame here when it comes to gaming, or sorry, when it comes to just like the crypto market cycle. There's going to be a limited time frame here for us to really get the bull market, we'll call it tailwind. And I just hope that they're able to get some stuff in, before the end of the year. So Scar says maybe GLX might even have that hand egg game that you Americans play. What's the hand egg game? I mean, whatever. I hope that GLS can add more to its portfolio, because right now, let's be honest, GLG is not it. And I hope that it becomes it. But we don't have to wait for that at the same time. We can also find another project that can launch simultaneously. Bitcoin saying the bar is just so low to get a max level summoner with CL Core. It only costs like 30 bucks to play max level cards. Well, not entirely, but let's actually go and see this. This is something that I've been toying around with too. Set value. So right now for Chaos Legion, max level set is $1,600. I mean, the only time we've seen it lower was like here, just like $1,460. And whatever this was doesn't really count. So yeah, I'd say, I mean, it's relatively the cheapest time to get in. So now Rebellion, on the other hand, there's probably not even enough liquidity for this, for it to be 7,000. So Aaron Kennedy said, I did. Still doesn't work. Sorry, man. That sucks. I hope it gets back up and running soon, because I heard it was AT&T first, then it was like every mobile. So Phoenix, it looks like the Rage airdrop is going to have about 4,600 guaranteed cards. Do you think the overprint trend will continue on the next airdrop with the guarantee rate going up? No, I mean, I think Matt and team are already aware. Because I forgot where Matt mentioned this. It must have been on the town hall. But mentioned that, they're going to tweak stuff as they go along. So my guess is it's what, 200 chances gets you a guaranteed card. If they're at 4,600 already, I mean, that's a significant overprint if they were just going for 4,000. So I would guess that it's going to go up to 225 or 250 or something like that. So we might see something similar to what they were doing with the pack purchases in the past, but now it would just be chances that go up. Which is interesting because, like, technically it's like still advising you to get more over time, more than you need, right? But in a way, you could also just roll the dice, which I guess you could do in the past too. So, all right, the town hall. Yeah, you're right. So Bitcoin Sig says, well, I was talking about the max level summoner. Max Tarsus is about 30 bucks. Oh, you're right about that. Max summoners are much cheaper. Because even the legendary summoners, I mean, I think I saw, was it Grandmaster Wraith going for like $3? Because like at this point, or $4. I still don't have max level Chaos Legion summoners. And I think I just need to suck it up and grab them. You know what's fascinating though? Let's say we get a boom of players, okay? Let's say we have our untamed moment of 2021 with this. Grandmaster Wraith may not shoot up to $1,000 the way that Kitty did, but it may go up to $40, right? It may even go up to like, I don't know, $80 or whatever, in case, if things really get constrained. And we'll all be here, and we're gonna have video evidence from the stream being like, and you could have bought a bunch when they were at $4 a pop. Crazy to think about, huh? All right. So, yeah, it's going to 250, you think? Yeah, we'll see what they decide for the next one. Although, I don't know when the next one goes live. I can't imagine they're going to wait 2 weeks for it until the next... No, they already said in the release notes that they loaded in the second conflict. But I wonder if they're going to make any kind of announcement. I'm happy Bitcoin is doing well. Me too. Bitcoin 6 says, I could see gold players and gold league being players with max level CL summoners and a few targeted max OP monsters. Yeah, it'll be interesting because it's like, I don't know where I'm going to land now, because I actually have a decent amount of diamond level, cards. I have obviously Lux Vega. I have Quix the Devious. A couple of my summoners are max level. And in fact, I think what I'm going to do is just revisit Chaos Legion again and max out those, max out the legendary. Actually, even some of the rare summoners, max those out. And then I could let it ride with just the fact that I like a lot of, I have certain cards that are maxed, but I have a lot of the Soulbound reward cards that are maxed too. And I could just let it ride with that without having to spend any extra outside of the summoners. And the beautiful thing is, like, I could just continue to do that in Wild too, whenever we rotate out. But I'm excited for the new reward system. I like the idea of being able to just like buy a bunch or, earn a bunch of reward shares and then just go redeem them. Because right now what kind of sucks is like, okay, I got to wait until, it's 6 p.m. my time, right? Every day when the thing resets. And it's like, okay, then let me see what rewards I got. Also on top of that. So for example, here's what I'm trying to say. This is the real meat of it. For example, I'm already at 11 chests. I may go for 12 if I feel like it, but usually I stay at about 11 to 12 chests, right? Because it's like it gets significantly harder over time, and I just, I'm like, I might as well save the energy and just play my games after 6 p.m. tonight, because then I'll be able to work my way up. In the future, I won't have to worry about that. I will just be like, do I have time to play a game right now? Yes. Do I have energy? Yes. Let me go play, because all I'm going to do is accrue the R shares. On top of that, it's like, oh shoot, I have, what is it? 6 million R shares, and I need 6.1 million in order to get whatever this reward chest that I'm trying to get, or whatever reward that they have in the reward shop. So it's like, all right, let me play a couple more battles, and then I don't have to wait until 6 p.m. I can just, after I do my battles, I just go to the shop. It's like going to Chuck E. Cheese or some arcade, and you're just like, boom, now I have what I want, and I'm a happy kid. Scar, can't believe you did not get the hand egg play. You guys call it football, but it's player with tour hands, and it's an egg-shaped ball. Okay. No, I did not get that. I've actually never heard it called hand egg play, which sounds a little scandalous, but I can see where you're coming from. And I think it's funny. Aaron says, do you think the reward store, or do you think with the reward store that we will have options to buy X share of SPS, or will it be specific soulbound items? I believe everything in the reward store is going to be soulbound. I don't believe that they are planning to, nor do I believe they should put anything that has value, because then you're going to get a bunch of bots in Wild that will literally just farm reward shares and then convert that into SPS over time. So it's like, if you could get a reward chest that gives you some SPS, and maybe it could be a jackpot chest, maybe it couldn't, Yeah, that would be cool, but I think that gets exploited like crazy, especially if SPS goes higher. So I can understand them not wanting to do that, and I would actually encourage them not to unless they find a way to do it where it can't be exploited. So Luke says no SPS. Sad. Yeah, I mean, in a way though, we are going to have more SPS per win though, which I think would make it really exciting, because it's much more fun to calculate that, and I think that's gonna be where it gets really crazy. Because imagine, like, okay, so let me show you guys here. All right, so I'm winning. Look at this. I won 9.3 SPS per win. I'm in gold. I won 9.3 SPS in this battle. Now imagine that gets doubled because the reward pools just shift over and they're no longer in the reward chest. Everything just comes into the battle SPS. So now all of a sudden I'm winning 18 SPS. Screw it. Let's just round up. Let's just say like 20 SPS to make it easy. Like, I mean, if SPS even just does a 4x from here and hits 10 cents, I'm making $2 a win. That's real money. That's kind of crazy. I'm making $2 a win at 10 cents per SPS. Multiply that by 12 wins per day if I'm just an average player, and I'm making $24 a day. Axie popped off because players there were making $25 a day. So that's us with SPS at 10 cents. And with me, whatever, situation I'm in. But obviously, could get exciting nonetheless. So if Soulbound, will we get a choice of Soulbound card or just random? So I believe what it's going to be is you will be able to buy a reward chest that has a guaranteed Soulbound card in it, is my understanding. Or they're going to change up the rarities or the percentages, so SPS is no longer a part of it, but like there's a higher chance you get a Soulbound card, and I guess it's like merits and potions. So my guess is that like this stuff isn't going to be like super expensive. If people are getting like 11 chests per day or 10 chests per day now, which is what I'm averaging 10 to 12. My guess is that when you play and you do your reward shares, you can then go in and you're going to buy a bunch of chests at a time, right? But for me, it's like, well, I can use the R shares and I can buy 12 or 11 gold chests. Or it's like, you know what? I kind of want to take a chance and see if I can get a higher rarity card or something. So let me buy like 6 diamond chests or 3 champion chests. And again, I don't know what the ratios are going to be, but you'll have your choice there. Phoenix says there's been a lot of ideas thrown around about Soulbound rewards, but with the R share shop coming, what do you think of being able to burn Soulbound reward cards for R shares? I think that they already said that they're planning to do something like that, where they'll have like a dusting mechanism where you'll be able to burn a lot of the extras that you have to then go and try and redeem more chances at Soulbound cards. So it's like if you have a bunch of extra common, and I'm at that situation now, and I don't feel like unlocking them, I could always choose to burn them and then use that to go and purchase more Soulbound reward chests, if that's what it is. So EOS is going to be boring with this change in full force. What's entertaining about getting $0 rewards? Well, they'll definitely have to change up end of season. That's a good point. So, and I'm sure that this is why the reward system is not changing now, right, or next week. I think Matt and team probably have to go back through and really figure out how to make it fun and exciting for people all around. Because obviously we're getting rid of leaderboards at the lower levels too, which I think is good, right? But you want to make the end of season exciting. You want it to be, I don't know, something memorable, something that people strive towards, and have set a goal and have a goal, set it, and try to achieve it. I wonder how many Soulbound cards are being burned for DEC by bots in Wild. Well, Bitcoin said you cannot burn Soulbound cards for DEC. You can burn Gladiator cards. So if you're talking about Gladiator cards, That could be happening in Wild. I don't know how much that is happening, but I can't imagine it's like a lot. So yeah, there's no DEC inflation coming from that. Aaron says, "Damn, you're making SPS 10 SPS 1." Yeah. Well, okay. So this is obviously, it's my. Let's see. What did I get here? Because it's my focus for the day. So there's like 4 focus cards there. That's a 40% bonus. So I'm on a 5% win streak, 40% focus cards, 10% gold cards, and 10% alpha promo. So I mean that's a significant boost. Otherwise, I usually win anywhere from like, I think 5 to 6 might be the average that I usually win. In fact, here, let me share it with you. The last one was 6.9, 7.3, 8.1. Oh, I lost that one. 7.1. This is 9.3, but see, this is me using my the fire again. 5.9, 7, 9.9, but that's with fire. 8.2, 7.3, 7.4, 7.4, and 6.3. So you can see like anywhere like on average between 6 to 9 is I guess the average. Nice. For all you meme lords out there. I agree. I think cutting rewards to $0 in the chest won't be as exciting. Maybe EOS should still have some SPS and dailies give you points. Maybe. I mean, we'll have to see what they do. None of that seems set in stone. They haven't announced anything yet, just that they're going to rework it. All right. Man, we've been live for almost 40 minutes already. I'm going to have to hop off soon, but I'm so glad we got to chat today. This is exciting. I've missed this. It's just been crazy busy over the past weekend and then earlier this week, and obviously traveling and all that. But yeah, this is always fun to chat with you guys. I burned 2 gold foil epic gladiators last week to buy Immortal Creed packs. Oh, interesting. Okay. Man, you know what I should consider? I should consider burning some of the gold foil cards that I have and turning those into summoners. Gold foil gladiators. Because I could easily get some value out of that. Hold on. And let's look at gold only. Like, here's a gold epic. How much would I get for this? 10,000 DEC. Yo, that's $10. That's $10 right there. Now, do I have... Oh, see, I already have a level 3 of this, so I'm going to use that instead. But like, I could turn this into 2. You know what? I could turn this into like 2 Grandmaster Wraiths right now. You know what? I think I'm going to do it. I know people are going to not be happy about me doing that, but I just, you got to do what you got to do. Because yeah, I need 3 more. Oh, sorry, I just need 2 more. So I could actually have a fully maxed Grandmaster Wraith. And then I need Yasik too. Who else? Thankfully, I got Possibilis and Immortalis. Those guys are like at the top of the barrel. Lily Shieldpaw. I need 5 more of these, and I think these cards are selling for like $10 a pop. Oh, $8. But I could also focus on my rare summoners. Oh, whoops. I was like, do I own 190? What is this? No, I don't. See, I need to get Thaddeus Brood maxed. Obsidian maxed. General Sloan. We're not that far. And what? Thaddeus Brew's going for like what? Oh, actually, look at this. Hold up. I don't even need that many. I need 15 BCX. So let me combine these now. All right, I think we're going to do some burning. I need 15 BCX, and what's the cost per BCX here? Oh, 62 cents. Wait, why did I feel like... Oh, maybe it was just General Sloan. Who are the cheap ones? Whoa! Thaddeus Brewed is more expensive than Kelia now? Holy moly. All right, so I need 15 of these guys. I don't know how many of these guys I need. Oh, I need a full like 29. And then General Sloan. I'm almost... I only need 9 General Sloan. Even though I never use this card. All right, good to know. Card liquidity is super low, says Bitcoin Sig. Well, you know, even on... I'm assuming you're talking about not just Rebellion. Because Rebellion card liquidity has always been low. But if we're talking about Chaos... Because Chaos is here... The thing is, card liquidity might seem low, but like let's check out like Immortalis, for example. Oh, okay, fine. Card liquidity is somewhat low here. Although there are like several max copies available. But I agree. I mean, here's the thing. There's probably a lot of cards sitting on the shelves right now that are not available for sale. So just keep that in mind, because why, like, if nobody's buying, why would you burn a DEC just to throw it up on the shelf? Like, unless you're really motivated to move it. Oh man, Chaos Dragon's only like... All right, hold on. I need to get my Chaos Dragon max too. How many do I have? I need 3 more BCX. And they're $2 a pop. Wait, is this right? Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to have to do some shopping. This is perfect time. Not really enough free cards to make max levels. If you need 115, market is like 200. Well, check this out though. Hold up. Is the stream still live? What's going on? I don't know what happened. Hopefully you guys are still with me here. But like we were looking at Thaddeus Brewed, for example. But check out, look at how many BCX are available for sale. It's a lot. So, and you know, this is just people who are trying to move whatever they have already. Interesting stuff though, guys. Oh, whoops. Core, and let's do units now. Fiends are really low too. Man, I should load up on Fiends because none of my Fiends are maxed. Oh, you know what? Shoot. I'm gonna need max Fiends also. I think it's time for me to just go. You know what's funny is I made a video a while back saying I wasn't gonna touch Chaos Legion again, and I was just gonna focus on Rebellion with any future cash. But with this change, I just and with the cards being so cheap, and with me being able to get free rewards from burning gold foil cards, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, I always use Monster Market, but thank you. That's a great tip. You get 3% cash or DEC back. Burn all those gold foil cards so I can easily scoop up the gold phrase. I mean, that's the thing. I don't even play the gold foil phrase. So, and unless like, I mean, I guess I could play the gold foil phrase in the future with like soulbound reward summoners, because I don't have a lot of soulbound. I don't have a lot of gold summoners. That's possible. I mean, I wouldn't be very good, but I would be able to bring in 2 gladiator cards. The thing is, I don't have very many good gladiator cards. I mean, it probably makes all the difference if you have a level 3 core. I don't even have a level 2 core. Oh, whoops. I want only gladiators. I mean, this is $20 right here. I like rarely use this card. I could just burn it and literally max out my deck. Now, what about rares? So I don't have any legendaries. That would be like $50, but do I have any rares? Okay, here's a rare. I mean, that's $2 right there. And these are what? $1? Oh, no. These are 50 cents, I think. Yeah, 500 DEC. Oh, it's so tempting to burn the entire thing now. It's so tempting. Another lie, solar flare. Yeah, I don't know that. I mean, I figure solar flare would knock out pretty much everything, right? Isn't that the fear? You don't play them now, but maybe. Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna buy the episode. All right, let me know how it is. A lot of good reviews so far on Killer Whales, which is always awesome to see. Shoot. Let me see here. So I gotta run. I got another minute or so. And then I gotta call someone and see what's going on. You can't watch them poor gold foils get burned. Well, okay, you know what? Here's what I need to check. There is a fantastic missing BCX tool here that I really like. And if I go to Chaos Legion Core, this will show me everything that I need to get to Diamond, which is like what, $600 to $700, depending on what I get it for. It's not terrible. I mean, I don't have that much if I burn all my gold foils, but it's like I think about all the SPS rewards that I'm earning now, and it's like, man, should I just like use some of that? But then it's like, I don't know. This game is just a black hole. Just keep sucking in money. Man, what's going on with my... So I'm watching the stream here. I have it up on the side and it keeps just like resetting. Oh, maybe it's my watch messing things up. Hopefully it's not getting messed up for you guys. All right. But I think we can start to wrap up here. Let's see. So SPS at 2.5 cents. We are heading into, I would say, some exciting and relatively uncharted territory, with Killer Whales being hopefully a success. I just don't really know what the reach of that kind of show is going to have. But even if it's just a little bit, the funnel doesn't need to be that big to get people into the ecosystem and to check stuff out. So Luke says, after what if one day you can unlock them and be worth more? It's the whole like one bird in the hand versus two birds in the bush thing. I don't want to go on like potentials. I know I can get the value right now. Like we just looked at it. I could probably get $40 to $50 worth of value right now. And I'll tell you, if I took that $40 to $50 worth of value and put it into my collection right now, I would probably be in a better position playing wise for when ranked rewards gets updated. Now, my question is, are players like myself going to get pushed? Like, what's going to happen to this? This is my biggest question. Right now, gold is still way better to play in than diamond. At some point, though, and I don't know how the mix is going to change things, but like at some point, they got to make it so that diamond rewards better, right? And here's the thing. If every player is trying to be a top level player, then the game gets top heavy, which it is right now. Right? Most of the players in this game are in diamond and champion, which is why the rewards at the lower levels are so freaking good for the amount invested. It's because nobody's playing in those leagues. Gold really is like the Goldilocks or ugly stepchild, whatever you want to call it. Because most people who play in silver don't jump into gold. And most people who are in gold try to stretch up into diamond and champ. And if you have a max level deck, why would you want to be playing in gold anyway? Right? Like you would spend most of the season trying to get as high up into champ as possible. But while you're in diamond, you're earning less than what I'm earning in gold. So I don't know how this changes. I'm hoping that it changes naturally and they don't have to do anything to it. Because and here's why I think it's going to change naturally. Because players like myself who can make diamond by the end of the season may get pushed up to diamond. And even if we don't, all the players who are sitting on the leaderboards in bronze and in silver, they're all going to start pushing up even more. So, and to prove my point with this, and then we'll wrap on this. If I go to leaderboard, like check this, right? So to be in gold or to get into diamond, right? It's 28. And I made a video on this already, so sorry if it's repeating for some. But like once you hit 2,800, you move. That's diamond rating. All right, 1900 to 2,800 is gold. So you can see for people who are on the gold leaderboard, literally the top person is only 50 rating above the max gold rating. All right. So you can see all these people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people would be pushed into diamond. So even for me right now, I wouldn't be in diamond yet. Although a lot of this changes because it's like, how many of these folks have a max level deck? Or, is my max level cards better than their max level cards? And do I end up passing them? Because when we meet each other in gold, I actually do better than them because, JM only has gold level cards, whereas I can play with max level cards, right? So that's why I'm saying it's going to get a little tricky there. But specifically in, was it silver? So silver is what, 1,000 to 1,900, right? So the moment you hit 1,900, you get pushed up into silver, or you get pushed up into gold. So check this out. We have to go all the way down, and the top 30 players would already be playing in gold, which means that they would be eating into the gold reward chest. Sorry, gold SPS reward pool. They would no longer be just kind of bullying people in silver and taking a lion's share of the silver pool. They would have to come up to gold At which point, if they only have silver level decks, but they're up there, well, then I get to bully them with my gold level deck, right? So, it's just going to be a completely different dynamic, and I'm looking forward to that. I need Lily. Yes, I do. I could probably use Grimbardoon Smith with Lily. Depends on if you buy decks or rent. I want this changed so I can play manually again on my main and stop all of you in high leagues. This change is going to make it so the lower boundaries of league rating wise will be higher than if you stayed on top. I hope so, as the pools will be split. Well, the pools won't be split. I think the pools should still be split. I don't want them to change. Like, here's the thing. Unlike with the ranked, I don't want them to change the reward side too much. Plus, they probably have to put in a proposal for that to change how the rewards are allocated when it comes to SPS. But let's check Diamond. This would be interesting too. Yeah, I mean, look, even for Diamond. So Diamond, I believe, starts at 30. Champion starts at 37. Look at this. There's people 300 rating above just bullying their way through the Diamond leaderboard. They will not be able to do that anymore. That is awesome. So how many people here? 3,700. So look at this. The top 44 people in Diamond right now would be playing in Champion. So they would be dipping in to an even bigger pool here. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. This one. Right? Because nobody's really dipping into the Champion pool. But the thing is, for them, it's not worth it on a game-by-game basis because right now they're going to make $100, off of the leaderboard. Oh, also, we'll be printing less DEC per month. We're printing 15 million per now. 15 million right now. So I don't know how much it's going to be for Champion, but that's another positive. Now, imagine being stuck at low Diamond rating and getting low reward than 100 rating less or something. Well, that's what's happening right now, Luke. So I'm saying that right now the gold pool is overinflated because you have all those silver players who are not eating into it. You have all those silver players who are choosing to stay in silver, whereas they should be in gold, playing those games in gold and taking out of the pool. So we shouldn't be at 11,000 right now. We should be down, lower. And in the same way, right? Well, okay, so you can actually see this perfectly. We just looked at the numbers. Right now, in the gold, in the silver pool, you have, top 30 something players that are choosing not to go up into gold and eat into the gold rewards. They're choosing to stay down there and stay on the leaderboards, right? That's why the gold rewards are so much better. It's the same thing that's happening with Diamond as well. The reason Diamond is so low is because you have 45 people, the top 45 people on the leaderboard are choosing not to go into Champion. Otherwise, the Diamond rewards would actually be better for everybody else involved in Diamond if those 45 people were pushed to Champion. But they're not. Currently they're not getting pushed to Champion, so they stay in Diamond, they bully Diamond, and I don't know. That's the best explanation I have. So you can see, look, it's like a massive increase. This is all going to flatten out eventually because the people who are holding in here and the people who are holding in here are each going to have to go into their respective leagues and eat further into the 11,000 and the 23,000 respectively. Sorry, not respectfully. For being better. All right. So Matthew says, I'm at work and just watched the episode. Aggie killed and the judges loved him. Dude, Aggie's got a personality, man. He's a fun guy. So, not surprised. Very cool. I can't wait to watch it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to watch. I'm not going to figure out how to get Hello Token or pay $3 for it. But I will wait until it's on Apple TV since I'm already paying for Apple TV. Unless somebody wants to stream it somewhere. Could we do a watch party? That would be fun. We can't stream it though because then my channel will get taken down. The fee on ETH is $34. Dude, just go on BNB. Oh shoot, man! I said I was gonna hop off, and I meant it, but now All right, so Liberty Guy says, hey, Liberty Guy, it's always good to see you. Have you had a chance to read some of the comments on Peak D regarding the latest proposal? There are some excellent ideas some people left in the comments by DSith and Erroneous. Which proposal is this? Also, I do have to run, guys. So, Liberty Guy, I'm just going to check this real quick. Because, because it's you. But then I really do have to go. Or is it a pre-proposal? No, there's no pre-proposals. This is for the burn event, right? Erroneous. Here's a car burning idea instead of event. If it won't work. All right, hold on. This is a lot to read. So let me do this. I'm gonna have to read it offline, just because I won't be able to do it here. But we'll reconnect, Liberty Guy, whether it's here on stream or off stream. Chief Foam Officer, yeah, but look at SPS bat. The SPS per battle rating. Looks like Uncle Aggie is finally going to make us rich. Let's hope so. Selling vouchers for BUSD. What's up, Mondroid? You think they would make for a good video? Well, thank you, Liberty Guy. I will take that into consideration and try to get a video out for them then. I appreciate the heads up and the video suggestions. Those are always welcome. So, what if you guys have... a lot of people always send me stuff for videos, and I try to get to it just because I appreciate you guys looking out. So, always trying to make more content here, get more people in, and I'm very aware of the fact that my content is intermediate to advanced when it comes to Splinterlands. I don't know that I necessarily want to change that for newcomers, but I also want to be welcoming for newcomers, which is why I'm hoping that the live streams that we do can offer a lot of Q&A for folks. But if you guys ever have ideas, even just for new player content, I'm not going to be the guy that does the tutorials and stuff like that. I genuinely think Bulldog is fantastic at doing stuff like that, and I think that's right up his alley. Or Infidel too, right? But if there's stuff that you guys want to see me do, let me know. I always appreciate that. Matthew says, I'm super happy to see the show and hopefully it gives us exposure, but I thought it would be like Shark Tank where they make a deal and invest in you. No, well, see, the thing is, Matthew, I thought the same thing originally too, but then I was like, if they made the deal to invest in us and Aggie recorded this back in October, we would have felt it by now, right? Well, there would have been something that came from it. But if it's just exposure, I'll take that too. Especially if it's positive exposure, I'll take it. If it was negative exposure, but Aggie did, maybe he took his pants off or whatever, and everybody's like, man, did you see that one game that crashed? But the founder took his pants off in front of whatever. Oh, I gotta check this game out now. That would have been cool too. But Aggie did what he needed to do without taking his pants off. I think. I haven't seen it. Maybe he does take his pants off. So who knows what happens? But Chief FOMO Officer, indeed, happy to see Aggie putting in the work. I know how much he loves Splinterlands. All right, guys, I got to hop, but I'm so glad I could chat with you during our usual time here. I will try to come back again on Sunday. If I can come back sooner than that, maybe even just because I'm traveling this weekend, but my mornings are actually kind of open. So we'll wait to see how things go. All right, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.